Today I give you the best tool you can use on the internet. Information on something you didn't know existed. I talk about zero-day attacks and vulnerabilities and how to deal with them. I'm Steve Smith, this is TQA Weekly, and if ever you have any comments, questions, suggestions, and or PC horror stories, email me at ask@tqaweekly.com. Go to my website, tqaweekly.com, and use the contact form, or use the comments box down below. This specific episode of TQA Weekly is brought to you by ProXPN. ProXPN is a virtual private network that allows you to use the internet the way it should be, anonymously and without oversight. For 20% off your new account, go to proxpn.com/podcast and use the coupon code TQAWEE. Now, today's topic is all about zero-day vulnerabilities and attacks, and I actually like learning a whole bunch of cool and scary, interesting facts about the internet. And this is one that is important for all you to understand, since basically the best defense is more knowledge. So, computers used to be simple for those who weren't born before 1990. They used to have fewer features. They also had fewer vulnerabilities, and they were offline. So for those trying to figure out what the heck we were doing before, we used to play outside. And as a result, we ended up with fewer problems. Well, guess what? Welcome to the age of the zero day. What is a program or hardware vulnerability? It is something that programmers either missed, made mistakes, didn't know better, different amount of different issues basically cascading together to make a vulnerability, or it can even be the way that the hardware is implemented that creates a weakness in the way that something inside that computer functions that allows for any malicious attacker who knows about it to target the program or machine and make it maliciously misbehave in a way that actually benefits the attacker. That is a vulnerability. What is a zero-day vulnerability? Well, that's even scarier, since most of the time we go on Windows, we actually update, put all our patches, go and update our software and put all the patches, update the drivers. Wait a minute, most of you don't do that. Well, here's the thing. Zero-day vulnerabilities, whether or not there's a patch or not, have nothing to do with all those patches. They're actually vulnerabilities that nobody knows exists or has not implemented a patch for that actually fixes the problem. So whether the vulnerability exists or not, if it is unknown, it is zero-day. If it is known, install the patch immediately. Because a zero-day vulnerability allows malicious attackers to target your computer in a way that won't even alarm you, that you cannot defend yourself against, that allows them to use your computer to their own benefit without your explicit approval. That is what a zero-day vulnerability is. And what are the potential problems? Well, because you don't know it exists, you can't defend yourself against it, so you can't do anything about it whatsoever. And most of you would probably not be following security shows or news that would actually allow you to figure out that various security vulnerabilities have been discovered and not yet patched. Therefore, you don't know what to do about it to protect yourself. So is there a way to limit or eliminate almost completely, if not entirely, the risks of being the victim of a zero-day vulnerability? So first, the thing most people don't do, keep everything up to date. It's absolutely important whenever you buy something to make sure it is up to date. Use the latest drivers, not the one on the disk it came with. Use the latest firmware you can install on it. Update all your software as often as you can whenever there is an update available. Make sure that your mobile operating systems, by the same habit, are also as up to date as you can bring them. Therefore, you reduce the number of facets that you're vulnerable to known and unknown vulnerabilities and attacks. By reducing the number of holes in your system, you are effectively making it harder for malicious attackers to attack you. Because the second there's a patch put out, they are going to target your machine if you're not actually installing these. And they just blindly cover the internet for these kinds of holes. Keep everything up to date. Now, for those who actually have something to say about operating systems, I am very well aware that using the absolute latest operating system may be a dangerous endeavor in itself. But as we all know, operating systems age. And because nobody's going to build most of these commercial operating systems like Windows, they're not going to patch them for the rest of eternity. Eventually they become unsupported. Unsupported operating systems are more dangerous than supported operating systems that are brand new because they will never, ever, ever get patched again. So for those in the next year that have not upgraded out of XP into something like Vista 7 or 8, you will be vulnerable to the rest of eternity for every single new zero-day vulnerability that will be discovered in every other version of Windows that will be patched except in XP and anything else that came before. So whether it is a valid thing to say that using the latest operating system may not necessarily be safe, it is protected by obscurity and future updates, whereas unsupported operating systems are protected by nothing but sheer luck, which is even worse than obscurity. Other ways of preventing yourself of being the victim of zero-day attacks and vulnerabilities is to actually have some kind of ethic in the way that you work with the computer. Do not, under any circumstance whatsoever, open any file attachment you receive by email, even if it's a email containing pictures, unless you explicitly know that the person has sent it to you or you explicitly asked for it. So if you have no explicit knowledge or desire of having that email in the first place, you didn't ask for it, and somebody didn't tell you they were sending you a file, delete. Don't open. Because this is the most common way of infecting computers in the first place. Even trusted senders, since a target computer can be infected, have the address book compromised, and the target virus would send to other target computers viruses to people in your address book. By definition, you should be trustworthy, and then you're going to end up infecting every other computer. To avoid being the victim of this very same crime, you should not open the attachment in the first place. Use websites with SSL. That is hard, but guess what? It's not actually expensive anymore. Disable JavaScripts on website you need to visit but have no prior explicit relationship with. Avoid using old software, and if you need to run old software, use it on a private internet that doesn't connect to the internet, or use them explicitly offline. Always use the latest drivers for everything you purchase, and nothing beats being aware of their existence in the first place by voluntarily seeking out the latest news on zero-day vulnerabilities and other vulnerabilities out on the marketplace. By seeking out the latest updates for your software and all these other kinds of information, you will be better prepared for these vulnerabilities and better able to protect yourself against them. Since normally, when you find a vulnerability, it's a way of actually reverse engineering it into a patch. If you know what the vulnerability requires to be invoked, you can prevent it from ever occurring in the first place. And in the case of security, having to deal with these kinds of vulnerabilities, this is a good product to help protect you. You can't be targeted over the internet through a solid, thick pipeline protecting your connection. So now more than ever, your online freedom and privacy are under threat. Governments and ISPs want to control what you can or cannot see while keeping a detailed record of everything you do. Plus, the free Wi-Fi at the coffee house or airport terminal is putting you at risk because your passwords and sensitive data can be intercepted more easily than you might think. Here's a fact about vulnerabilities and zero-day vulnerabilities. It's not just the bad guys targeting you with them. It can be the good guys, the government, whether it be the FBI, CIA, NSA, RCMP, CSIS, or MI5 or MI6 or anything else on the planet. It can be the good guys too. If you don't want to be the target of anything, you need to secure your connection on the internet. ProXPN is a global VPN, virtual private network that works with almost any internet connection. It creates a secured, encrypted tunnel through which all your online data passes back and forth. Any online application can work with ProXPN, including your web browser, email, file sharing, and instant messaging programs. ProXPN keeps everything you do online hidden from prying eyes, disguising your physical location and giving you unfettered access to any website or online service no matter where you live or travel to. Complete online privacy with a 2048-bit encryption key, 512-bit encryption tunnel, works with OpenVPN, PPTP, protects you against the ISP6 Strex rules since they're the ones that are going to actually store most of your data and know everything you do on the internet. They have bypassing of internet filtering, blocked websites, geographical restrictions for internet content, and online video with worldwide servers in the US, UK, Asia, and more. Software for Windows and Mac offering advanced controls allowing you to select which programs and ports you want to anonymously route through their ProXPN servers, and also works with iOS and Android devices allowing you to use your data plan for your public, corporate Wi-Fi with complete and total privacy on the go with no app required, even though there is one now for Android. And they have 24/7 customer support. Go to proxpn.com/podcast for more information and to sign up. TQA Weekly watchers and listeners will also get a free 30-day risk-free trial. Remember to visit proxpn.com/podcast and sign up with the coupon code TQAWEE. ProXPN premium accounts, because they do have free ones, are normally $9.95 a month, $74.95 for an entire year. We've got a special offer for you. Use the coupon code TQAWEE and receive 20% off the lifetime of your account. Thank you for watching, subscribing, and have a great day. Let's see you all here next week. Goodbye. Thank you for listening to TQA Weekly. Show your support by liking this episode, subscribe to get our latest episodes as they come out, and share with friends and family who may benefit from such a show as this. You may send us your questions, comments, suggestions, and/or stories to ask at tqaweekly.com. For our show notes, links to our Android application, alternate means of subscribing to our show, and information on joining our weekly newsletter, head over to tqaweekly.com. Stay safe and online, and have a great day.